I would first of all like to thank everyone here for participating. It's a great event for the kids. They have a great time doing it. They work.
Eli,
Eli, you made it.
thank you.
Awesome. Uh, I was just giving a quick intro. We're going to record this. Some people couldn't make it today, but I'm going to record this conference, and then they can access it later. We were just starting. I wanted to thank all of you guys for participating in this event. It's a great event. The kids look forward to it every year. They've been working hard. We should have a much more competitive event this year. I know for a fact a lot of teams have completed their missions and have their projects ready to go, so it's going to be a little bit more competitive than last year. If you can see my screen, if you go to the link I sent you via the invite, you should be able to see it. You'll see a quick agenda of it. The Brainiac Robotics Challenge is going to happen this Saturday, January 23rd, from 9 a.m. to 2:30. The panel section, those judging the project, the teamwork, and presenting the robot, that only actually runs till 12:30. I encourage you guys all to stay to see the robotics missions, but obviously you don't have to. So if you're only judging one of the panels, it's 9:30 to about 12:30. It's going to be at the same place, the Adult Education Center in La Puente. Our website is greencitychallenge.brainiacs.education, and we'll go through it right now. I just want to give you a quick rundown of how we handle this year's theme and this year's components. The theme of this year is Green Cities, How and Why. The teams will have to come up with a movement or a business plan revolving around green cities, renewable energy, and so forth. There's 4 components to this competition. The first one is a project where they have to present a business plan. They have to present a marketing plan with a logo. They have to have a complete marketing outline, a business plan outline on how they're going to promote their movement or business. A movement could be a movement to help their school recycle more, help bring awareness to green cities and their benefits. That could be a movement. And then a business could be something that's going to actually grow one step beyond a movement. Second component will be working together. They'll be presented with a challenge, and they'll have to work together to complete this mission. The third component is a robotics competition. The kids will have a new mat. This mat consists of 7 missions, all involving Green City concepts. They will have 3 rounds of 2 minutes. Now, this year they got 3 rounds of 1:40, and they've had challenges in order to get the extra time to go up to 2 minutes. They've had to answer some riddles. They've had to do some mathematical puzzles to do that. And this year they finished so quickly that we're actually giving extra credit if you can use sensors. The robots have sensors in them, light sensors, sensors that track distance, sensors that track movement. And if they use those sensors in completing a mission, they'll get extra points and extra time on future rounds. They will also have to present their robot to a panel of engineers. The presentation of their design, they could win the presentation of the robot presentation and lose the robot competition, because what we're looking for them to do in the robot presentation is to explain why they designed their robot the way they did. It could have been that it was a complete disaster and they got no missions completed, but if they could justify their design, they could tell us why they did it, what their thought process was when they designed their robot, then we will give them full credit. Are there any questions so far?
No.
Okay, so this year's theme. If you go to our website, greencitychallenge.brainiacs.education, for some of you that were here last year, you know this is very much similar to last year, except this year we're talking about energy, green buildings, transportation, cities of the future. This is a little bit of a background as to what we're looking for in terms of green cities. Their business outline, again, will have to be something on the topic of developing renewable energy sources, saving energy, reducing pollution, recycling material, managing trash disposal, accessing drinkable water. Those are all things that they could center their project around. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a business. It could be a movement. If I want to educate my elementary school on recycling or on reducing pollution, it could be something of that nature. And obviously they could use things like social media to promote that movement and technology that they use every day to do that. And we're looking for them to not only create a movement but also educate their fellow classmates on reusable energy and reducing pollution and all that. Their business outline just needs to tell what need their business is filling, why the consumer needs this product or service. And in this case, it would be, maybe why we need to recycle, and who are we affecting with it. And they can have a movement as to why we need to recycle, and say, I have a company that will help recycle or that will encourage recycling. They all have their own company names. They're all going to have their own logos. They're all going to have their own T-shirts. They're encouraged to make business cards, pins to pass out. They should all have roles on their teams, and they should present those roles as they talk to who's ever doing the project. Scoring criteria, you have they present their business plan, their marketing plan to a panel of one or two judges. There's no minimum length to the presentation, but the maximum length is about 10 minutes. We recommend them that they should plan their marketing and business plan presentations to about 8 minutes to allow some questions and answers with the panel. Each business plan will give a score of 1 to 4 based on these different components: business concept, company, market potential, marketing team, and distinctive competencies, and an extra strategy. Now, as a panel member, your job is to decide whether you would invest in this organization that they're presenting to you, be it a movement or being a business. We're really looking for them to. It's kind of like a Shark Tank challenge kind of deal, and whether you would actually invest your money into it. Are there any questions for this part of it? And this is the marketing material. And all this information is on our website if you ever want to go back and take a look at it. The teamwork challenge that we're going to do this year is we're going to have them have three cards from a deck of cards. They're going to have 3 cards, and they're going to have a pair of scissors, and they're going to be asked to build a structure, the tallest structure they can build, with 3 playing cards and scissors. And they get about 8 minutes to do that. Their robot design, they just have to present it, and you can ask them questions as to why they did it that way. What's their efficiency rate? I could tell you that 90% of the teams this year completed every single mission. So the questions would be, can the robot complete more than 1 mission when it goes out, or does it have to come back for every time? Does the robot use sensors? Stuff of that nature. The missions, they have 8. This is, if you're seeing my screen, they have 7 missions. If you see in my screen, you will see a layout of the mat that they will be using. You will see these black lines on the mat. These black lines should help the robot navigate through the missions. If they're using a light sensor, this is very easy for them to do and navigate through the mat. If they're not, it makes it a little bit more difficult, which is why we're giving them extra credit if they actually use sensors. They will have to activate the Turboline, and you can see a video a video on the website of how to do that. And then this gets 10 maximum points. And every mission is actually broken down into how many points they get per completed challenge. So if they release the energy break, they get 5. If they actually bring back the energy break, they get another 5 points. So the maximum is 10. They also have placing the solar panel on the house, avoiding the flower leaf. That should be a pretty easy one. Sorting the trash, closing the dam, and then the last one, they have to do this last. They have to activate the green city. There's a center thing where they have to kind of place a bunch of energy bricks there, and it activates it, and it starts spinning around. So that's the gist of it. I know I'm going. This is kind of a little bit quicker than last year because this is all should be review for everybody. The opening ceremonies will take place at 9 o'clock. Oh, 8:45. I'm sorry, 8:45. The missions will start at 9:30, and everything but the robotic missions should be done by 12:30. And then I hope you guys stay for the rest of it. But if you can't stay, I understand. Lunch will be provided, and on behalf of myself and everyone there, I know that we all appreciate your time and your efforts to help us out. You guys are an inspiration to the kids around in this community, showing them that they could be not only engineers but entrepreneurs. And I know that I extend a very heartfelt thank you for taking part of this. Are there any questions?
No.
No.
I have a quick one. Just from last year, was there anything as panelists we need to improve on or really make sure we keep our eye on something in particular?
Well, last year it was the new format for them, so I think the kids were a little I think you saw a lot of projects that weren't as complete. Kids weren't as prepared to do that. This year it should be a much more mature group. So I think more probing questions, not as to why they did it that way. Like, for example, if you're doing the project, why would I invest in this movement? Why are you doing this? Who are you helping? Kind of deal. We want to kind of push their critical thinking skills a little bit in the robotics. Also, again, you could not complete one mission on the robotic competition, but still win the robot review if you can justify why you did it. If you do a great job of saying, well, we did it this way, we did it that way, they're going to get some paperwork that they could turn in to the engineer reviewing their robots as to, what they named their robot, how they did it, and how efficient were they when they were completing their missions and so forth. So we just ask that you push them in terms of critical thinking.
Juan, do you need any help setting up or anything like that? Should we show up earlier?
No, I think we have a lot of help, a lot of volunteers that will help set up. We're gonna be there from Thursday and Friday to set all the tables up, and all the rooms and all that stuff. And we're gonna have the IBA Brainiacs kind of helping out there, so we should be covered in that sense. Come casually dressed, and maybe we'll have. Oh, what I do need is a little bio from you. Maybe just your background if you didn't turn it in last year. I'll kind of introduce you. Again, a big reason why we have you guys come is not only for your great insight on helping the kids, but they could see a successful person from the area. I know most of you have come from the La Puente area, and to see somebody, successful business person, successful teacher, technology officer, all that stuff serves as an inspiration for the community. So, just come and share your story with the kids, even when you're talking to them, about how you were in their shoes at one point, and now you strived and worked hard, and now you're at your position you are now. And any other questions? Okay. Well, if there's no other questions, again, I appreciate your time. It's going to be an awesome event. We expect a very competitive tournament this year, and this will be recorded. This is actually being recorded. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll send you back an agenda and a reminder on Thursday, and we'll see you guys Saturday morning.
Thanks.
Thanks, Juan.
Thank you.
All right, guys.